1,000-pound sisters Amy Slaton reveals brand new name amid shocking relationship update with Brian. In a revelation that has stunned fans of 1,000-pound sisters, Amy Slaton has once again made headlines, this time for a surprising transformation that goes far beyond her weight loss journey. As her romantic relationship with Brian continues to dominate online conversations, Amy has added a new chapter to her personal saga by embracing a brand new name, signaling a possible rebirth of identity, autonomy, and love. For someone whose life has been documented in the most vulnerable ways possible, this update feels nothing short of revolutionary. It's not just about a cosmetic change, it's about reclaiming power, especially in the aftermath of heartbreak and personal trials. Amy Slaton has become one of the most relatable and beloved reality TV personalities on TLC. Viewers have followed her from the early days of her YouTube vlogging all the way through her appearances on 1,000-pound sisters, which chronicled her weight loss struggles, motherhood, family tension, and a rocky marriage with now ex-husband Michael Halterman. When her marriage fell apart, it was a painful and public episode. Her efforts to co-parent her two sons, Gage and Glenn, while managing the intense scrutiny of being a reality star, painted a portrait of a woman trying to find strength in chaos. But this new chapter, involving her relationship with Brian and the unveiling of her new name, seems to indicate that Amy is no longer merely surviving. She may finally be thriving. Amy's introduction of Brian to her public life was cautious at first. After the toxic fallout with Michael, Amy understandably wanted to take things slow. But what began as quiet companionship has now evolved into a bond that's increasingly difficult to ignore. Their chemistry became more evident as Amy started posting snippets of her outings with Brian on social media. While she refrained from putting too much of their relationship on display initially, eagle-eyed fans noted his presence behind the scenes, from the shadow in her selfies to the mysterious man's voice in her TikToks. It was only a matter of time before fans put two and two together. What surprised them most, however, wasn't just that Amy was moving on, it was how differently she was moving on. Brian's presence has seemingly awakened a new side of Amy. Unlike her ex, Brian appears more comfortable in Amy's world of camera lights, confessional tears, and chaotic family dinners. Sources close to the production of 1,000-pound sisters claim that Brian has already been in discussions about appearing more formally in the upcoming season. However, Amy's latest twist, the announcement of her new name, has raised more questions than answers. Is she planning to take Brian's surname? Is this a brand for a new phase in her media career? Or is it simply an artistic reinvention for a woman who has been through hell and back? According to close friends and unofficial sources on Reddit and Facebook fan groups, Amy has started using the name Amy Dakota on private social media accounts. While she has not confirmed this name change on her public platforms yet, several indicators point to this being more than just a fleeting idea. Merchandise companies affiliated with Amy have registered domain names with Amy Dakota included. In addition, a rumored Instagram account linked to Amy has been liking and commenting on Brian's posts under the handle It's Amy Dakota. For fans who've watched her journey from a vulnerable obese woman in Kentucky to a nationwide star, the name Dakota doesn't just feel new, it feels powerful. It evokes freedom, the open road, a break from the past. If Amy is indeed stepping into a new identity as Amy Dakota, it would mark a major departure from the Slaton brand, which has always been defined in part by family, especially her sister Tammy. Amy and Tammy's bond has always been front and center, often complicated by codependency and emotional stress. Tammy, too, has undergone her own metamorphosis, especially after the death of her husband Caleb. As both sisters seemingly find themselves in romantic and personal rebirths, their parallel paths continue to fascinate audiences. But Amy's renaming feels like a louder declaration than Tammy's quiet grieving. It's as though Amy is shouting to the world that she is no longer just one half of the Slaton sisters. She's her own force, ready to rewrite her narrative. This assertion of individuality may have deeper psychological roots. Experts in reality TV psychology have noted that many participants often experience identity crises after years on television. Their public image becomes so fused with their on-screen persona that personal evolution becomes difficult. For Amy, this may have felt even more intense. Her identity was wrapped not just in her weight or marriage, but also in her familial role as the protective comic relief next to Tammy's dramatic health emergencies. Breaking away from that would require more than just a haircut or a new tattoo. It would require something symbolic and lasting. A new name provides just that. It is an act of reclamation, a symbolic shedding of old skin. Of course, fans are not united in their reaction. While many are supportive and even enthusiastic about Amy's transformation, others are more skeptical. Some believe that this could be a rushed decision influenced by the honeymoon phase with Brian. Critics have pointed out that Amy tends to dive headfirst into new relationships without fully healing from the last. Her whirlwind romance with Michael, which quickly led to marriage and children, didn't end well, and some fear that history could repeat itself. There's also concern that Brian, while appearing charming and supportive, might not be ready for the chaos that is a reality TV famous family with serious emotional baggage. Still, even the naysayers can't deny that Amy looks happier. Whether it's due to her weight loss, her new romance, or the spiritual lift of rebranding herself, there's a visible lightness in her eyes these days. Recent paparazzi shots have captured her smiling, engaging more with fans, and even laughing in a way that felt absent during the darker days of her marriage collapse. According to insiders, she's been pitching new ideas to TLC producers, including a possible spin-off that focuses more on her motherhood journey and life with Brian. The idea, tentatively titled Amy Dakota, Reborn, is rumored to be under development and could serve as a companion piece to 1,000-Pound Sisters, focusing less on medical drama and more on lifestyle and relationship dynamics. What makes Amy's journey even more remarkable is her commitment to her children throughout this evolution. Sources close to the Slaton family say that Amy has prioritized Gage and Glenn above all else, even in the midst of her personal transformation. She's been reportedly working with a co-parenting counselor to ensure that her relationship with Michael doesn't interfere with the boys' well-being. And Brian, by all accounts, has been respectful of this. He's been seen engaging with the boys in a friendly, uncle-like role without overstepping boundaries. If Amy is indeed testing the waters for a future with Brian, it seems she's doing it with far more caution and maturity than in her past relationships.